Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Robert, and today I am bringing you to, I suppose you could call it a bit of a rant type video, because of the fact that trying to buy One Piece in this day and age for MSRP, that is, not for these marked up prices, not for market price, not for resale prices, is becoming like an Olympic sport. Like, genuinely, I have tried for 6 weeks now to buy between 4 items, basically overall, 4 products, and it has been a nightmare, even so far as last night, that it was just an absolute travesty. And I don't know about you, but I don't have all the time in the world to wait around, for something. I sign up for the email notifications, I look around for bits and pieces here and there, but I can't just sit for 24/7 waiting for a product to drop. It's just impossible, and I just don't have the time to do so. The last time I was available to go and get something and get product with a reliable, 100% success rate was back in early December, which was when I had the time to go to an actual Bandai store in Brighton and buy a box. That was it. I asked about some other products or if there are any pre-orders available that could be done, but that's not really a thing that they do. It's sort of on the day, on the spot. So that was basically my only option, was just to buy something, and then maybe the next time, at whatever point in time I managed to go there, that I'd be able to get something else if it is available. But since then, I've just tried here and there just to grab things online. And you'll probably be thinking, what are those things? Well, the hurdles that I have gone through trying to track and manage these things are going to be the 2 playmats, being Volume 4 and Volume 5, and the premium collections, being Volume 5 and Volume 6 of those. Now, for those in America, you've got Premium Bandai, the same for Australia and New Zealand. It's easy, relatively. As long as you're on time, you should have a decent chance with it. However, for Europe and pretty much the rest of the world, I believe, at this point in time, it's not easy. We have to wait for stores to get stock, and when they put pre-orders up, they put them at the most obscure timeframes possible. Take, for instance, last night. It was like 8:10-ish p.m. that a relatively small store put up their stock for a number of products. This includes the number 6 for the premium collection and the number 5 for the playmat pre-orders. 3 hours, and genuinely, I only probably clicked on the website a maximum of 5 times, because that's how long it was taking to load and process, purely because of the fact that it was just not able to handle, clearly, the traffic that was going through it. So I left like the tab literally and clicked every maybe 45 minutes ish. I was just going back to it and coming back and just taking a look, because I could just not check out. And when I finally managed to get to the checkout and actually managed to get a payment option through, which was Google Pay, it then came up and told me that there was no stock available. That is the first time I've actually managed to get that far and to actually attempt to process a payment on any of these items, because genuinely, I really don't understand why these companies, websites and places put up the services of almost like, oh, sign up to be notified, or when we are going to drop new product for this, to avoid bots and everything, sign up. And then they just drop it regardless. And it's like, are you serious? How are you expecting people to get these items and get these products when you just drop them at the most random times? Or if not, you just drop them outside of what you say is meant to be like a drop sort of schedule. And beyond that, to make matters worse, one of the places even dropped it at market price. Yes, I got an email notification, which is the rarest thing. It's like rarer than a shiny Pokemon, basically. Like seeing a shiny legendary doesn't even come close, because I finally went onto this, and at first it had loaded as $24.99, but when I clicked add to cart and go to payment, it was then $119.95. I was like, pause, got rid of that and went back, and yeah, the price is updated to $119.95. They list it up for market, for like resale, probably above what it goes for the Volume 4, and someone actually bought it. Yep. You could probably buy it on eBay, I'm pretty sure, for like £90, maybe 100 at a push, and someone paid £120 basically for it. So yeah, but I'm genuinely frustrated at the hoops that you have to go through, the circles that we have to run around just to try and check out in the UK. I'm sure people in the US are just as frustrated, but genuinely it really does get annoying because of the fact that I don't buy a ton of product nowadays. I just buy the things that I'd like in my collection or things to keep, you know. I wanted the playmat cards just to put into my collection and keep, and then I'd probably just sell the playmats for what they are, like the price that I paid without the card, because I see people list the playmats for like 60 or 70 and then the cards to the side of that for like 80, 90, 100, and it's like, brother, if you're not going to use it, just let it go to someone who will use it in the end. Some of them are cool and I would like to keep them, but with others, I'd just rather other people have them and can use them and can play with them, because it's just stupid to keep things stacked up realistically. But yeah, it is genuinely a massively frustrating thing. Like, honestly, to buy it at MSRP now, to buy it at retail is just ridiculous. Like, I see places list up even the booster boxes and they're like $129.95, and then it slashes and it's like a pre-order discount for $105 or $109.95, and it's like, you're not even really giving a discount because of what you probably paid for this. Like, my brother used to get some of the boxes that he'd buy that we would open for like 65 or 70 pounds. I used to pay 74.95 or 79.95 a box, upwards to like 89.95. And now places are like, yeah, you know, 100, that's a steal. 120, market. 130, 40, 50, that's fair. And it's like, it's just not. Like, it's really not. And it's really becoming such like a stupid thing in the end to try and get anything for a fair price point. Especially best of luck if you want things from other countries, because somehow people take into consideration if the conversion rate is like £7 for something from Japan to here, and you're like, yeah, maybe shipping, add like 5 to 10 on top of that, and then you go to buy it from a company and they're like, yeah, that's 40, and you're just like, what is this? And they're like, well, we have to get the product with no customs, obviously. And it's like, what? I see so many places list things up now from Japan and they're like, yeah, but we did have to get it from Japan. It's like, I've bought probably 25 things from Japan and they have never come close to the price points that these places are trying to charge for them. But because it's the One Piece tax now, you know, MSRP isn't MSRP. The M, you know, it's not the manufacturer's suggested retail price. It's actually the market's suggested retail price, because that's what we go by now. We go by market price. And just to go through that, like, you have, here was Jet cards, you know, I'm pretty sure they had it at one point, but I was slow to it. And if places have like 2 stock, you're not beating a bot. Like, let's just be realistic. Bremner, I think it is. I got an email from this. I went onto it and it was already gone. So, you know, it sucks to suck. Magic Madhouse, they just haven't had this, and I've been signed up to it forever. This was meant to drop on like the end of February, like 27th, 28th of Feb. Never happened. Gathering Games, I missed this one. I got an email saying this is back in stock. It said like 4 minutes and I clicked on it and it was gone. So there goes that pre-order. And here's the dumb one, which is Eterna Cards, $119.95. Can you believe that? Like, genuinely. And I mean, I can't lie, you can't really expect much from places that are wanting 160 for OP14, 100 on Japanese EB01, and high price points on every other, like, hyped, you know, release, which is crazy because for EB03 and all of the other things, they charged fair price points. But yet you come to this point where it's like hype, and this isn't even the most like criminal one, because to get things for retail and MSRP, take a look at this. This is Stellar Cards, £350 for the Japanese 3rd anniversary set. Are you kidding? Genuinely. Just to give you an estimation of that, there's a place that has always done it, which is Silver. They've always done fair price points on things. Some things are market because they're more difficult to get and they just can't sell them for the price points. They did it for 150, and I believe before that it was a little bit less, but sometimes they update, sometimes they're just price changes. Like, for instance, this is actually an updated price point, I won't lie, but I saw this at first and it had sold out for the Sanji Chinese New Year at £8.50 instead. It's now 18, probably reflects the current market and such. Like, let's just be real, it's a lot fairer than everywhere else. Like, if you went on eBay and other things, it's just ridiculous. So this is probably one of the places that I give like 10 out of 10, because their price points, if you order at the correct time, like the pre-order time frame, not when things are in hand, beautiful price points. Like, absolutely amazing. So yeah, I could not rate this place any higher. But genuinely, I'm honestly so tired of places just rinsing the market like that's fair, that's fair, that's even fairer, extremely fair, complete BS. Like, honestly. And the thing is that people always say to you things like, oh, we have to be ready for, if you aren't ready, it's just your problem. But like, what? What am I meant to do? I'm meant to have like that mystic, like psychic, like, oh my god, it's dropped, type of thing. Because these websites don't put the product up beforehand, it will just drop and that'll be it. And if you miss it, you miss it. And you're meant to be signed up to nothing, basically. Which is why I find it just the most frustrating thing, because it's just like, I don't have the time for this, I can't sit like, oh, it's dropped, and especially because the fact that you're going to be competing against bots most of the time. And I used to compete against them, with Supreme, Palace, Kith, Nike, Union, Travis Scott, like everything like that. I used to compete against these things with, and was quite successful within like a small relative like amount of going for things manually. But to expect the exact same thing for this is ridiculous. Like, all of these places are like, oh, one per address. Do you not think people know how to jig their address genuinely if they've been botting for such a long time frame? Do you not expect them to know how to get around that and maneuver around things like that, and that they don't know how to change details on address or have a different card, have a different name, jig all of this to get around all of your things? Like, it's probably one of the most ridiculous things that I think that they haven't really accounted for, or expect people to know how to get around these hoops and just jump and dodge everything. Because I know people who check out on Walmart, Target, Poker Center even, and they get anywhere from 10 to 20, 30, 40 and more than that checkouts, and they do it for their friends, they do it for everyone they know. They have no problem. So I don't really know how these companies and websites expect people not to know how to get around these problems and issues. So, because they can circumvent them quite comfortably. And personally, as a manual person who, goes for things in their spare time if they can, I just can't get stuff. Like, I've tried, and I'm not paying the prices that some of these places want. Like, I see the volume 5 and 6 collection, they want £40 or £45. It's like, I'm not paying that. This is 20 to 25 at a push, and most places include free shipping with that. It's just the fact that they drop it and it just gets botted straight away. And personally, I just find it impossible to be able to get things now, period. Like, I've tried. It's been like 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I just haven't been able to. So at this stage, it's just like, you just give up in the end and you wait to see if a place offers a pre-order. If they do, great. If they don't, you're done for. So anyway, that's the end of me yapping. Let me know if you've had similar experiences, similar things, or if you have any other shops that you want to just blast because they're just being unfair with their price points. Like, genuinely, if one place can offer something for 150 and another place puts it up for 350 and they're like, but that's fair. Yeah, that's fair within the market price. That's not fair within a realistic setting of what you expect people to pay. You're just marking up and making profit on that. And if you end up saying, oh, well, we had to pay, customs, brilliant. That's your choice. Like, womp womp. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's your choice to have ordered 8 to 10,000 of stock, and then you're like, oh, but we had to pay customs. Yeah, okay. If you'd ordered within a set region or set range, you wouldn't have had to. And yeah, I'm complaining, and it is what it is at the end of the day, but it's like, I have a right to complain because it's not fair. Like, you used to be able to get these things and they used to sit in stock for so long, and now it's like, oh, don't have that option now. And I've been through this with like Supreme, you could take at least 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes on the most hyped drops and you'd still be able to check out. And then, what happened, and it became a thing of like, you had like 8 to 10 seconds at a push. So yeah, it's just one of those things at the end of the day, but it's just extremely frustrating because I am a collector. At the end of the day, I suck at the card game. I'm just a collector in the end. I have a trivial collection compared to others and compared to those who play the game on a consistent basis, but it's just something that I like, and it's just something that I wanted to continue collecting. But it's not feasible. Like, I waited for the actual drop day of Volume 4. I signed up for everywhere, nowhere emailed except for the one place with the £120 price point. What are you meant to do? if it's drop day and nowhere actually drops it on the release date. So anyway, like I said, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, whether or not you've gone through this, whether or not you've just paid market in the end or bought off of eBay or, you know, another secondary platform in the end or marketplace as a result. But that's going to cover it for me. So I do hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.